Alrighty. Let's see what we got today. All right. So obviously gonna be waiting for that 5-minute range to form. And go from there. But morning. Good morning. So we got like 3 more minutes for that range to form, for that 5-minute range. And we'll see how big of a range it is today. In terms of news, let me check. News-wise, today's Friday. No news today. Not really much news. Yeah. Yeah, no news today, so that's good. Maybe. Or bad. Or it's gonna go sideways. No, we should have some decent price action today. Alright, we got still 2 more minutes. As you can see, this 5-minute candle is just chopping sideways, kind of forming that range. Doesn't know which direction it's gonna go in. Just in the middle. 2 big wicks on both sides. So see what it does here. There it is, creating bigger range. Trying to push toward that view op. We got view op right below this. Where's view up? Yeah, view up's right above that 200 or below it, I mean, sorry. Alright, got about 15 seconds left. I'll start marking out that high pretty much already. So alright, there's the high, and we have the low that just formed on that 15-minute. We'll go ahead and mark that out too. All right. And I appreciate it. Yeah, patience today. Patience. Got a green week. Do not want to ruin that. Looking good. Looking good so far. Obviously, I'm going to wait for price to do something out, you know, close outside the range. Preferably, right? Close outside the range, like what happened yesterday. Close outside the range, buyer step in aggressively, leaving a bullish gap to potentially target a next area of liquidity. We do have view op right here, so it is a good area to potentially, if it can confirm a long, you know, not a bad area to go long if price can really confirm it. And you notice we don't have much gaps to the downside, so that's also good. But Well, price is right here. You don't want to try to predict. You want to allow price to do its thing, and then it gives you a setup. You take it. We're pretty close again. We're hovering above those. We're hovering pretty close to those all-time highs. We're still close to those all-time highs. So 24,816 is those all-time highs. So we got right there 24,816. So you can see, right, all-time highs are up here. So pretty much same kind of situation as happened what happened yesterday. Same scenario is going on. I really do hope, you know, yesterday's a repeat. Today's a repeat of yesterday. It's looking like it's doing that. See, we got some lows down here. May want to take out. Yeah, we got that 24,734-ish level. Yeah. So we got these lows down here. If price can come out, take out these lows, you know, close down below this area, and then buyers rip it back up, would be a good sign. I kind of would like these lows to get taken out. 24,734 level to get taken out. We're still on that 40. Alright, we closed below this range. Let's see. Come on, take out the lows. NASDAQ. Pushing back into the range, but no gap, no gap. No gap, no cap. Maybe we get a gap start to form, we'll see. Here, let's see. Here, give me a second. Oh, come on. Oh, come on. All right. Holy. Let's see. Holy crap. Oh. Wow. Wow. Let's see, maybe. What the heck was that? See if we could get a pullback. If we can get a pullback back into this range. Come on, give it to me, NASDAQ. Dang it, hold on. Oh, crap. My bad. My bad. We'll see. We get the stop below the lows. Target, stop. We'll see. Pretty good risk to reward. See if buyers can start stepping in from this imbalance. The only thing is we haven't taken out that low. It scares me just a little bit that we haven't taken out that low. That is below view op. We need buyers to start stepping in here. All right, pushing, pushing, pushing. We're looking good. Looking good. As long as nothing crazy happens. Come on, NASDAQ. Come on. Come on. Primed and ready to go. 15-minute candle opened up. No. My TP? 24,781 TP. So that blue line up there is my TP. Come on, buyers. Step in. Rip it. Rip it. Come on. Make this a good Friday, NASDAQ. You got it. You got it. You got it. You dumb sellers. No. Oh, God. Crap. I don't like that it hasn't taken out that low yet. That's the only freaking problem. We need a bounce. Come on, bounce. We gotta bounce here. We gotta bounce here. We need it. We need this higher low. Higher low. All right, stepping back in. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Higher low. They're trying to, yeah, they're trying to. Sellers stepping aggressively. We got. There we go, there we go. There we go. There we go. Just keep it going. Don't stop. 15-minute chart looking good. Big wicks on the 15-minute chart. I'll show you after. I just don't want to switch screens right now until my TP gets hit. Come on, push it. If the position has... What? There we go. There we go. Yes. What? What? Bruh. Hey, no shorts coming. Watch your mouth. Don't say that. I'm still in a trade. Oh, come on. The position has you wiggling, you're too large? Nah, bruh. Nah. I'm good. I'm good. Ain't too large. We know what we're doing here. Kind of. Bruh. Why does it do this to me? Every time. It goes so close to my TP and then drops. Bruh, how is my TP such a repellent? I must have some kind of repellent indicator on my TP. Come on! Take it out. I'm sick of being in this. There you go. Whoa! 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 Holy! That's how we do it. That's how we do it. I guess I should have had my TP higher than that. Alright. Here, let me quickly make sure my copy trader. Hold on, give me a second. And then I'll, yeah. Gotta make sure all my other accounts. I took that on 7 accounts, so I gotta make sure. I hope it slipped me to the upside. Listen, it always it slips me to the downside, so let me check. No, it didn't. What the heck? Why does that happen? When it comes to my stop, it'll slip me, but when it comes to take profits, it never slips me to the upside. It's alright. Looking good. Got out early? Yeah, I just got out at a level that made sense. I'm more of a scalper, high probability scalps. I'm not, I'm not trying to take necessarily 1 to 5 RR trades, Here's the thing, little profits add up. These little profits over time, high probability 1-to-1 profits, if you're patient, they freaking add up. Oh, you got out early? Oh. Yeah, mine was a 1-to-1. I got in actually better than a 1-to-1 actually. I got in what right here. So I was in essence risking what 10, 20 points. I was risking about 20 points, and my TP was about 10, 20, 25 points. So a little better than a 1-to-1, but not really, you know. Yeah, that pullback, I'm not gonna lie, that pullback scared me a little bit. This pullback right here. This right here, this wick right here, kind of scared me. Gosh, what a rip. Holy. Now we're just gonna, remember, I said the same exact thing. This is setting up to be the same exact thing as yesterday. This is a picture perfect image of yesterday. This is exactly yesterday's price action. We had highs up there. We had all-time highs. Look at this. Watch. I'll show you yesterday. For those of you who weren't here yesterday. Look at yesterday. Or is it? This is yesterday's price action. What do you notice here? 5-minute range. We have all-time highs. We had all-time highs up here, right? We had the 5-minute range, broke below that 5-minute range. Buyers stepped in aggressively, forming an imbalance in that 5-minute range. I took a long in the middle of this imbalance for the highs, right? Same exact setup today. You have and now we go to today's price action. What do we have? We have highs. We have highs that are up here. We have the 5-minute range form. You can see it did break below that 5-minute range. It barely broke it, but it broke that 5-minute range. Buyers stepped in immediately, formed an imbalance in that 5-minute range, and we targeted the highs. Literally the same exact thing that happened yesterday. And all-time highs got taken out. I guess I should have had my TP at all-time highs, but I'm not going to be greedy. It's a Friday, you know. Last thing I wanted was for this thing to sweep this level and drop. And then I would have been pissed if I didn't take profit there. I didn't enter because first time watching your live, I lose the game. Yeah, don't copy me. Don't copy my trades. Don't copy my trades. Understand why I take the trade, but because you know, you will get wrecked. I'm not perfect. I do take losses here, and I do take losses. So, and I size differently, and you know, TPs are different. So, oh yeah, I'm up on the day. Yeah, I took that on 7 accounts. That's so what I'm talking about. Patience. This is on 7 accounts. 3. Yeah, 2,300. Not gonna lie, these are evaluation accounts though. These are evaluation accounts I'm trying to pass. They're not funded accounts. These 7. I'm trying to pass them by the end of the month. I'm almost there. I'm looking good. As long as I, you know, stay disciplined and stay on track. Got a pretty good, you know, got a good week this week. So, how much is a copy trader? It's so I think I paid 200 for the lifetime. So like Replicanto in my opinion, the best copy trader you could possibly use. And you pay like, it's like 150 or 200, but it's for the lifetime. So you buy it one time and you have it for forever. So it's worth it. I think it's worth it. So, I mean, here's the thing. There are free versions. There are copy traders. Like, I think Apex has a copy trader. Like, there's other copy traders you can get for free, but listen, it's not like, I hear other copy traders have problems and this and that, and I go with the most popular thing. I've had Replicanto for a while. I don't have any issues with it. It does what it's supposed to do, and it's good, and I'm happy. So, on any platform, I think so. Now, I'm not 100% sure as far as like Tradeovate and all that. They should be fine. Yeah, I think you should be able to use it there. But Rhythmic, I use it on NinjaTrader. But that's like something you can Google real quick. What you could use on Replicanto. It'll tell you right away. Tapping back into this imbalance. Top of this five. This could be a bounce area right here. We have this 5-minute imbalance. We have the top of that 5-minute range. If we can hold the top of this 5-minute range, it's looking good. What's the difference about funded accounts and you're trying approved at the moment? Oh, funded accounts. So the way it works with prop firms is you have an evaluation account, right? So in essence, you buy an evaluation account. And once you pass the evaluation account, you have to reach a $3,000 profit target. You pass that evaluation account, they put you in a funded account. And then when you're in a funded account and you reach that same profit target, you can start taking payouts. So, you know, if you make $2,000 with Take Profit Trader, you can get to a point where you can take daily payouts. With Apex, you have to take trade 8 days, have a certain amount of profit per day. It's a small profit, but trade 8 days and then you can request a withdrawal. So you can start making actual money. Start taking, you know, $10,000, $20,000 withdrawals. Potential short. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I'm gonna take. We'll see. But the idea would be, right, for me, for a short, it's kind of the same scenario as down here. It would have to close back inside this range, leaving a bearish gap. So that, right, if it closes back inside the 5-minute range, leaving behind a bearish gap, that kind of signifies to me that sellers are stepping in pretty aggressively. As you can see right now, all it's doing is bouncing off. And I said this earlier, I said this could be a big bounce area. We have an imbalance right there. It could potentially fill this imbalance and bounce off the top of this 5-minute range. But if it closes back inside this 5-minute range, leaving behind a bearish gap, that kind of gives me a sign that sellers may want to keep taking it lower, right? So pushes back in, leaving behind a bearish gap, pushes back up to fill that imbalance that it left behind to continue lower. Similar to what it did right there. So, how do you get someone to use your code? I'm interested in getting one. You're asking about getting an affiliate code, or you're asking about my affiliate code? Good morning. Well, my affiliate code is on the screen to get the discounts. And as far as getting your own affiliate code, you have to email them if you can to become an affiliate. The market always crashes in October. I mean, we'll see. I personally don't like to predict anything. I just let the market do what it does and trade price action. To me, see, here's the thing to me. It doesn't matter if the market crashes, if the market rips. I really don't care. I mean, I can trade shorts, I can trade longs. If the setup is there, I'll take it. Your live has helped me to understand the market a lot better. Yeah, no problem. Glad I can help. I glad I could teach you something that, you know, I had to put in the work to learn and go through heartache. So if you can learn from my mistakes, that's worthwhile. Don't go through the same mistakes I went through. But it's like, you know, I feel like sometimes people do have to go through the mistakes of, you know, taking dumb trades, getting burned, and learning from their mistakes. Some people, two types of people. Some people learn from other people's mistakes. Some people learn from their own mistakes. I'm the type of person, sometimes I learn from my own mistakes. When it comes to trading, especially. Like, you know you shouldn't do things, and you do it. Especially as a beginner trader. Once you get, you know, a strategy you're confident in, and you stick to that strategy, you're less likely. Your psychology becomes better. You wait for good setups. Any trades today? Yeah, I just got out of a long. I took this right here. This pullback. This pullback into this bullish imbalance right here. And I went long. Yeah, consistency, right? I had a very slow start to the week. Very slow start. And this is what I'm talking about. This is where the patience comes in, right? Now, these are evaluation accounts, but, right, I'm going to be doing the same thing. The way I trade these evaluation accounts, I am going to be traded them as they are funded accounts. Nothing is going to change for me. Sizing is going to stay the same. Everything for me is going to stay the same. So, a perfect example, right? Today was a weird type of week. Wednesday, we had FOMC. Monday, crappy price action. Tuesday, crappy price action. Wednesday was even crappy price action. I didn't take a trade for 3 days. I came into the market and I couldn't find a setup. It just did not give me a setup. I knew it was because of FOMC. There wasn't really any good moves like this. So, but in the back of my mind, I understood that a good move is coming. Probably after FOMC, we could get some good price action. So 3 days I didn't take a trade in the beginning of the week. Right? Yesterday, what? It was around $2,800 for yesterday. And then today, it was $2,200, right? So you have 28. Right, so you have $5,000 in a week by not trading on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday and being patient, right? Being up $5,000 on the week. That's what it gets you. Now flip the script. If I would have been taking dumb trades Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, been forcing trades, and now Thursday, Friday comes along and I actually do get good setups, I wouldn't have been profitable this week. I would have just been making back the losses I took for the dumb trades early in the week. So, patience is the biggest thing in trading. Playing defense, like understanding that if you come into the market and you don't take a trade, that is a winning day. You not losing money that day is a winning day. Caught that bull spike. What are we thinking it does now? This is a tough area right now. This is it has taken out all-time highs. Now the question is, will bulls continue to push all-time highs, or will bears start to take over? Will this momentum start to die down? It is Friday, so you got to kind of take that into account, right? It's Friday. Shorting here, Not the smartest thing to do is short here, because all-time highs, if you've been trading, you know not to really short all-time highs. Not the best idea to short all-time highs. Longing here, I think higher probability this goes long, but, you know, does it have the momentum to keep going? That's the question. But what setup do you look for? Yeah, I'll explain it in just a second. I'll go over what I looked for. You know, people itching just to get in, trade HD. That was me. That was exactly me. When I began to trade, I felt like every day I had to take a trade. 5 minutes, market open, and I'm sitting there freaking itching to take a trade. The market hasn't even been open for 5 minutes, and I would be like sitting there like waiting to take a trade, not having a strategy, just buying randomly. It goes up, I would sell, and I felt like I would freaking crack the code. But as time goes on, you do get more patient. At least I did. I have. Now I can have moves go, and I have a strategy, and I really don't. It doesn't bother me. Do you use SMT? No, I don't use SMT. Damn USDT. I don't trade Forex. Is that some kind of knockoff USDT? No, I don't trade Forex. That's the one market I've never traded in is Forex. Yeah, it's in an overbought region right now. Yeah, that's the biggest thing. Two things. Have a strategy that you can backtest. Here's the thing. Crap. Here's the thing. When you have a strategy that you can backtest, and then over a period of time, you see this strategy is profitable, right? Then the emotions take out of it. You just know you have to follow the rules. And that's all it comes down to. All right, see, we're not looking. This is why I said it's like, this is a very iffy area. It's like, we have all-time highs, so shorting is not the smartest thing. Going long, I mean, you can, but at the same time, we're in a premium. We're in an overbought area, so we could have a pullback. And it's like, the question is if you didn't get in down here, now getting in up here, I mean, you can, but if it's your strategy, if you have some kind of opening range break type of strategy and this is your setup, take it. But I started in Forex and I switched to futures. Yeah, futures, I mean, I've never traded Forex, but futures I think is better. A lot of Forex traders switch to futures, so I think that says a lot. And plus the prop firms, like, it's insane that you could take advantage, you know, of these opportunities that you have. It's more, I feel like futures is more predictable. It's more flowy. Like, price action is, you know, a lot more predictable. Your setup is coming? What, break a structure down here? I just have a problem identifying the setups. Yeah, it's just, the thing about it is you have to watch the market. I mean, that's the thing. You have to put the time into the charts. Backtesting is one thing, but actually watching live price action form and being able to sit there and even predict. Like, bro, sometimes I'll even if I don't expect to take a trade anymore, I'll still sit here and try to predict try to see what price is most likely to do, right? And just even in my head, even if I don't want to take the trade, but in my head go, okay, it's doing this, I think it could go for these lows. I think this is better for a long setup than a short setup. I think I should say, I still go through the scenarios in my head, even if I'm not going to take a trade, that specific setup. Oh yeah, I saw yesterday. I saw it ended up ripping, right? It hit those highs. What broker for futures do you use? Ninja Trader. I hate Fridays. Can it be Monday? Bro, I hate Mondays. I'm talking about price action. I'm not talking about like I can't like, because a lot of times for me, Monday's price action, I don't know, for lately, just based on my recent statistics, Mondays for market open. Oh yeah. Yeah, honestly I wish I could trade like, I wish market was open every single day, Monday through Sunday. I mean, it is open on Sunday, but I'm talking about like, you know, Saturday morning is the same exact price action, and Sunday morning is the same exact price action. That would be awesome for like a true 24/7 market. But take Mondays, you know, take Mondays to like maybe back test or go over, just kind of watch the chart, go back in this previous week and see kind of what happened, see what you could have done better, like if you did trade. But yeah, appreciate the follow. Oh, if the candle closes strong, break of structure, we go long or short, because we have a structure right here. I mean, we have to both directions right now. Full port, 20 minutes, and close your eyes and pray. Yeah, that's a good way to lose. That's a good way to lose a lot of. Bro, people do that. The funny thing is, people do that. Now, if you're like, you know, if you're just buying accounts and you're messing around and you're like, you know, whatever, that's fine. But it's so funny because a lot of new traders, they think like, they have this mindset of, if I could just pass an evaluation and get to a funded, I'll be profitable. Like, you know, and what they'll get these evaluation accounts and they'll full port evaluation accounts. They'll pass them because they'll get lucky on a trade. And then they go into a funded thinking that like some kind of magic freaking potion gets sprinkled on top of you that makes you a profitable trader just because you're in a funded account. They pay for the activation fee if it's like Apex, and then they blow it because they don't know what they're doing. That's the thing. It's like, I'm trading my evaluation accounts. I'm trading my evaluation accounts with the same size that I would be trading. I know a lot of people are like, you know, I mean, if you're a profitable trader, you don't have to do it this way, but I mean, I don't mind, you know. Could I go super heavy and pass these accounts in one trade? Yeah, I could. But kind of like taking my time on them. Trying to do it slowly so that my transition to a funded account is going to be the same thing. And here's the thing. It gives me the confidence too. When I trade my evaluations the same way I'm going to trade my funded, I'm not like going into my funded all stressed out because now I'm in a funded, now I'm this and that. I'm trading them the same way so that when that transition does happen, nothing changes. My size stays the same, my trading stays the same, and I don't get emotional, I don't get fearful, I don't get any of that. I just take the setups and start making money. I'm telling you, like, all these little things could make a difference. People don't understand it. Like, think about how different my psychology would be if I quickly pass these in one day and then I go to a funded. Now I'm a little bit more like stressed out because, you know, I'm trading them differently than I was in my evaluation. Oh, my strat. Yeah. I was gonna explain it. So what I look for every day is I mark out the first 15-minute high and then 5 minute. The 5 minute opening range. So this box you see is the first 5 minutes of today's market open. Price dropped closed below this 5-minute range, right? Closed below it, and then buyer stepped in aggressively back inside that 5-minute range, leaving behind an imbalance that was left inside this 5-minute range. I took a long inside this imbalance, took a long for these highs right here. And that's kind of what I look for. And the imbalance for me, the imbalance has to be inside the range. At least most of it. Like, because you get certain scenarios where it leaves an imbalance like right in the between that range. Like, most of that imbalance has to be inside that range. It could be a little bit outside, but more than 50% of it has to be inside the range for me to take an entry. So, and then I take an entry off that imbalance for it to, you know, just rebalance and go for that liquidity target I think it's going for. And we're starting to drop here. Now let's see this. Let's see what happens here, right? We closed outside the range. We're pushing back inside this 5-minute range, right? Let's see if it leaves behind an imbalance. And we'll see if this so depending on how this candle closes, right, it may leave behind an imbalance. Now, this is kind of like a lower probability, obviously, than the first one I took. We got view op right down here, right? So a little bit more dangerous of a trade just because there's a lot of support down here versus a long here, right? We had a lot of support down here, so a long was perfect. But a short here, we still have a lot of support down here, so there's going to be a lot of, you know, it's going to be a tough area to get through to get down to these lows. But we'll see how this happens. I'm probably not going to take this trade just because, you know, I'm up on the day, and but I'll look at it to see how it does. All right, we got 5 seconds left. All right. Marking out this imbalance. Now, right? Could price tap back into this imbalance and flush for these flush for these lows? It's flushing without. I mean, it would have to be kind of like 1-to-1, so that would be like what? So we have 10, 20, 30, let's call it 40 points, right? 40 points, 10, 20, 30. Yeah, so TP would have to be down here at these swing lows right here. So just curious to see if this works out. I'm not gonna take this trade, but a short, technically this is like my strategy short, technically. The idea of it has to come back up and fill this imbalance. So you don't want to just, right? You don't want to just jump in down here because you don't want to get left behind. Listen, if it ends up leaving you behind and just flushing for those lows, it is what it is. It didn't give you the entry you wanted, but the trade worked out. The idea was right, just never gave you the entry you want. Never gave you that entry for that better risk to reward. Okay, I'm sure. Yeah, don't short 15 cons. Don't do it! No! Let's see if it could rebalance in. And you got this resistance level here. So if price does push up, I mean, there's a pretty good chance that it could reject off this imbalance right here. Right? So what the hell, man? I just got liquidated. Yeah, if you take 15 cons, you have no wiggle room for price action. All right. All right, it filled this imbalance. These types of imbalances, typically I like to have like entries at the beginning of the imbalance, just in case it comes in like ever so slightly and rejects, that I would get filled. If it's a big imbalance, I typically like to have it at the 50% mark or so. If it's a small imbalance, I like to have it at the beginning of the imbalance, right? It's not going to make a difference, like point-wise, like me having it at the beginning versus me having it in the middle. It's like, but there's a higher probability, you know, that sometimes it does do that, where it taps it ever so slightly, fills it, and then drops. In those scenarios, just want to get filled into the trade. So, like, technically, right, the entry would have to be the beginning of that imbalance. So you technically would have gotten filled for that imbalance. All right. So obviously this, like, I'm not in this trade, but hypothetically, this is kind of my setup. Seeing if price could flush for those lows, for these lows down here, right? Kind of stop loss for me would have to be these highs. But like I said, this is a lower probability in terms of there's view op right here. I said there's going to be support down here, right? So automatically becomes like a lower probability trade, which is kind of like I don't like shorting into view op. I hate shorting into view op because you get bounces off of view op like this, and you're just kind of like just curious to see if something like this would, you know, this is gonna work out. We'll see. But you never backtest the second time though, right? I honestly, no. I have not backtested the second time. When I did my backtesting, I only did it for the first time it happened in the day. I never did it for like all the other times. That's why I'm kind of trying to see and kind of seeing how this works out, but I never really did the backtesting of, when I did my backtesting, I look at it happen the first time and then I moved on to the next day. I didn't look at if it did it another time. Like, my idea is if you could take a trade and you could take a higher probability, you could take a high probability trade, right? Take the trade, take your win, and kind of walk away, secure your profits. Like, why try to keep trading, and then give back everything you possibly made, and then at the end of the day, you look back and you're like, Brett, if I would have just stopped trading after the first trade, I would have been up on the day instead of this like dumb back and forth. Now, if you get a good setup, like you could take it, right? But I'm talking about like people who just like continuously are in trades. Let's see if this works out. You never lost one. While I've been trading these evaluation accounts, I took one loss. One loss and then one break even that kind of slipped me just a little bit. Like, I had a little bit of slippage in that break even, but technically just one loss in these accounts that I've been trading so far. And that was a loss that, like, that was just a loss that, it was a good trade. It just happened to be a loss. But, yeah, just one loss, which is pretty good. And it was like, what? It's been a whole month. So this whole month of, now obviously I haven't taken trades every single day, but so far this whole month took one loss in this kind of setup. I got these evaluation accounts at the beginning of the month. So I'm kind of sizing accordingly so that I can pass by the end of the month. I can pass these accounts. So that's my sizing thing. It's not like I'm, you know. Yeah, I have 10 funded accounts with Apex, but I'm not trading them right now because this month I'm focusing on passing these evaluation accounts. Once I pass these evaluation accounts, I'm gonna switch to my I'm gonna pass these evaluations, right? And then I'm gonna switch to my funded to build up my funded just a little bit while I, you know. How big are the accounts? I have $50,000 accounts. I have 9 $50,000 funded accounts, one $100,000 account. I wouldn't recommend the 100,000, but I have it. And then in terms of getting more accounts, my evaluations I'm trying to pass, two $50,000 with Take Profit, and then another five $50,000 with Apex. So if I pass these accounts by the end of the month, I'll have 17 funded accounts. Bro, where's that at? My stop at COVID lows. Bro, I saw that video. There was a video of somebody posted a video of he had his stop loss at. His stop loss was at the 2008 market, the housing crash in 2008. His stop loss was below that level. Bro's never gonna take a loss. Spending almost $500 a month just on subscriptions. No, I don't do. I do the lifetime. I don't do the monthly fees. So the lifetime, it is more expensive, but I never I keep my accounts, right? People that try to like rinse their accounts, meaning they're trying to they get funded and they try to go super heavy to try to get to a payout within like 3 days, right? So those people, they take the monthly fees because they're just trying to get to that payout as soon as possible. But those people blow accounts left and right. They're always blowing accounts, which makes sense, right? It's gonna happen. I have a different strategy. My take is I'm trying to make these accounts last as long as possible. So that's why I pay the lifetime fee, so I don't have to pay any monthly fees. And for me, it works out because I actually keep my funded accounts. So far, right? I'm not saying this will never happen, but so far, I've never blown a funded account. Now, it could happen, right? But hopefully it doesn't. All right. Let's see. It's starting to drop. I would technically you would still be in the trade, right? Entry was this bearish gap. Stop loss would have to be these highs of stop loss. Target would have to be these lows down here. So, trying to see if this would... Appreciate the follow. But I think we could get a flush. To be honest with you, I think we could get a flush here. It's 10:30. We usually get and you look at structure. Look what's happening. Like, you got to look at price and what it's kind of telling you, right? These candlesticks are history. They're telling you, they're almost like telling you a story. Right? I know that sounds corny, but we made a high, right? We took out all-time highs. We pushed up. We failed to make a new high, right? And now we're pushing up again, failing to make another high. So you see these it keeps failing to make new highs. So it's kind of a sign that this could go lower. Can you explain it? When I say take profit and stop loss, I mean, everyone has a different take profit and stop loss. It all depends on the strategy you use. But one thing I say is, whatever your take profit and your stop loss is, make sure that it's based on market structure, not RR, right? Some people get into a trade and they want to make a 1 to 2 RR, so they just place a 1 to 2 RR stop loss and a take profit just to hit that RR, that risk to reward. But you should always have your take profit and your stop loss based on market structure. If you want to take a trade and based on market structure, the stop loss is way more than the take profit, don't take the trade. Or wait for price to come to you to give you that entry, that good risk to reward that you want. Yeah. And price needs room. Yeah, that's true. Price needs room to breathe, right? You need room for volatility, especially in the mornings. I mean, market gets pretty volatile. Like look at this. For example, this trade I took in the morning, right? Imagine this. If my entry was inside this gap right here, right? So imagine if I had a really tight stop loss. This could have wicked me out right here. If I had a really tight stop loss, even like, oh, I'm gonna take a stop loss below this candle low right here, that would have took me out as a stop. Same thing here. Look at these wicks that happen. It pushes up and drops immediately. Like, if your stop loss, you're not allowing for this kind of fluctuation, you're gonna keep getting stopped out. Right? My stop was below these lows, because that makes sense, right? If price does flushes and starts breaking down these lows, it's most likely gonna flush even lower. So that's a good invalidation point for me, these lows. Right? There's a lot of support down here. We got view up, we got the 200, we got that 5-minute opening range. So once it breaks through, there's a lot of support down here. So if it breaks this support, it's pretty heavy to the downside. And this is another reason why I don't like even though this is a setup, I don't like shorting into VWAP, because you get chopped at VWAP. So you end up getting like, you're wanting this thing to go lower, and it just keeps bouncing off of VWAP, and gives you so much anxiety. It just keeps bouncing and bouncing and bouncing and bouncing. Yeah, no problem, no problem. Oh, when I say VWAP, I'm talking about VWAP. Volume Weighted Average Price. That's the most popular indicator in day trading, hands down. VWAP. It's not on this chart. I don't know why NinjaTrader, I can't get it on NinjaTrader. I mean, I have to fit. There's a way to do it. I just haven't done it, but I have it on, like, I have another chart that I have up there that I have VWAP. But it's like, it's right around, like right now, it pretty much hovers right around this this 200 day, this gold line right here. VWAP is pretty much right around that line. So, like right now, VWAP is right below it. So where my cursor is, it's right below that gold line. I never had anxiety before I started trading. Now forget it. Yeah, that's why it's having a strategy you're confident in and just taking it. I mean, you still do get anxiety. I mean, because obviously you're human. You don't want to lose. So you got to fight your emotions to not, break your rules. If you take a loss, just take a loss. That's the hard part, is following your rules. Autocorrect said I tried foreplay, definitely worth it. Ah! 4x replay. There's another what's his name? Has another backtesting software that came out. What is it called? That dude, what's his name? More Trades. Time to pull out the magnet. Does the magnet indicator really work? I see everyone using the magnet indicator. Yeah, More Trades. He made a backtesting software. I never tried it, but I mean, it's worth a try. I don't know if you have to pay. Is there a subscription or is it free? Or I don't know if I just want to pay for a backtesting like software. I don't know. Probably get a range for the rest of the day. Possible. The closer we get to that 11 o'clock mark, right, price action tends to kind of be garbage. Once it hits 11 o'clock, we kind of start slowing down. This is still looking good for a short, though. Like, technically, like, the setup, right, like I said, entry would have been the imbalance, and then stop loss would have to be the highs. So you'd still be in this trade for these lows down here. If it could really start to flush. It's looking good because it's making lower highs, right? This is a good sign right here. Lower high, lower high, lower high. To potentially kind of making these lower highs to kind of come down, maybe take out these lows before going for those highs again. Like, it's already taken out all-time highs, so if buyers don't, and it's Friday, right? So maybe buyers aren't really, like, people aren't being too aggressive because it's a Friday. And by people, I mean, like, the big dogs who invest millions of dollars. Shorting if it breaks 573. 573. Oh. Okay. Kind of like a break of structure type of thing. See, I would have went, me personally, I would have went short at this bearish, this kind of, when it ripped up, this imbalance right here, I would have went short. So yeah, I would have been stuck in some chop, but 10:45? Why, the 15-minute candle? We could. 11 o'clock too. We get the hourly candle that opens up, maybe. All right, man. It's looking good. It's looking good. We got to get through this view op. We got to get through this view op right here. We got view op 200. Crucial area for price. Once price can kind of get below view op, it's looking real good. Oh, let me look at, I never looked at, man, I haven't looked at the bigger time frames. Let's see what's going on in the bigger time frames. So this is looking good. 5 minute, looking good for those lows down there. Let's see, 15 minute. Yeah, we don't have really imbalances. We have room to get down to these lows down here. Let's see the hourly chart. Yeah, also not much. I mean, not much in terms of like gaps that could potentially hold this up, right? That's what I'm kind of was looking for, to see if there's any gaps that can hold price up, but seems like a pretty straight shot for those lows. Right? Like I said, TP would, like, if I was in this trade, my TP would be down here. Down at these lows right here. That would be my TP. Let's see if it happens. We're pretty bearish now. I mean, we're still above VWAP, but it's looking ugly for the bulls. It's not looking good for the bulls. We gotta hold below. We gotta break VWAP and hold below it. This is the make or break, right? This area right here is the make or break. Are they gonna hold it up, or is it gonna flush through VWAP? Like, I'm assuming buyers are gonna start trying to step in here and maybe push it up just a little bit. $7.16 TP. Oh, your TP is way down there. Yeah, I mean, maybe take partials. I don't know if you've ever, like, It's good to take partials. I don't do it because I'm like I'm kind of like a scalper. I don't take like super crazy long trades, you know. But like if I was in the trade, I would my TP would have to be right here, 7, and the body candle lows of this right here would be my TP. It would be 24,740.75 mark. I told you this is going to be a tough area. See how price is trying to bounce here? It's a tough area to get through. And this, like, being able to see this before it happens is just part of watching the market and understanding that there's going to be support down here. Now, are the bulls going to step in aggressive enough to really push this thing back up? Or do they not have it in them and just bears start taking over, break through view op? As we break through view op, I'm thinking that less people are going to be inclined, right? The more we break through view op, the less people are inclined to go long. So, especially down here, I mean, people probably have their stop losses down here, right here. So there's probably a decent amount of orders sitting down here below these lows. So price could, once it takes out these lows, if there's a lot of orders, it could really flush if it takes out those lows. If there's a lot of orders sitting down there. I don't have like level 2, so I can't see, or book map. I can't see how much orders are sitting down there. I need to figure out how to get level 2 and like on the right of my screen somehow, get level 2 so I could see. Targeting Asia highs. Yeah. That's a level that makes sense, right? Like, you're actually going for a level that makes sense and not just going based off risk or reward. Like, see this flush. It's looking ugly for the bulls. Looking ugly for the bulls. All right, we're right at view op. Right at view op. Oh my gosh. It's kissing view op. Trying to bounce. Oh no. Oh, there's the drop through view op. There's the drop. All right, we're below view op now. Below view op. It's starting to look really ugly for the... Do you copy trade your accounts? Yeah. The first trade I took this morning, I was copy trading 7 accounts. How long have you been trading for? Full time for 2 years, meaning like, and by full time I mean every single day, coming into the market for at least like 2 hours. That's what I mean by full time. I don't mean sitting all day on the market. Full time for 2 years, and then before that, I was learning about trading. I was learning a lot about trading years before that. So, if you calculate all the years I've been learning but not taking trading really too seriously, it's been longer than 2 years. But full time, like taking it seriously, is 2 years. What's your P&L on the day? It's, I have to do the math. It's whatever, 336 times 7 accounts. 336 times 7 accounts is 2,352. All right, we're going for those lows. How did you learn? I just became super obsessed with trading. I like to learn about it, watching different strategies, watching the market, watching different people, trade live. I never took anyone's course. I'm not too for like buying a course, buying somebody's, like, I don't think anyone should pay, for a course or whatever. Unless you're buying it from someone that's like really proven to be profitable, has been doing it for like 8 to 10 years, has gotten verified payouts, all that. But I just don't think you should spend money on courses when everything is free on YouTube. Everything that somebody has in a course, you can learn for free on YouTube. I just don't want people wasting their money. Because here's the thing about trading too. A strategy that works for somebody may not work for you. So just because it's a profitable strategy, it may not work for you, right? You just may not see it the same way the other person sees it. So you just kind of, especially in the beginning stages, you have to kind of go through the strategy, see what you like. Like, I like this strategy, you know, I tried it doesn't work for me. It's not, let me try out this strategy. And it's like, in the beginning, I was strategy hopping a lot. And then when I finally found something I liked, I stuck to it. And then you really have to stick to it and not keep jumping around once you find something that you like and you understand. There's TP. Looks like it would have been a good trade. Same strategy, right? Same strategy. Broke out of it. Broke back into it, leaving it behind a bearish gap. Take profit. Look, these liquidity down here. Entry would have been this bearish imbalance. Would have went through a little bit of drawdown, but in the end, that trade ended up flushing and working out. Another. Maybe I should have just. Maybe I should have went into this trade, but like just took way lighter size. I just never backtested the second time it does it. I never backtested it, so. Look at that. I would have had a perfect TP. My TP would have been the body candle lows down here. Why like, see, I try to take higher probability. Why would my TP be these lows down here, right? Why would my take profit be these lows down here? Because I understand that price could come down, right? It could take out these lows before starting to move back up, and then price could really start moving back up. But I understand it's probably gonna have a bounce here. Now the question is, does it bounce and continue to rip up to the upside, or does it bounce and reject off this kind of resistance here? Old support turned to new resistance. But I don't want to go through this. Like, I just want to take my profit where it's highest probability, and then, you know, where it makes sense, and not have to go through this bounce right here. How many contracts do I normally trade with on MNQ and NQ? Well, it's different. It just depends on how much you're willing to risk. There's not a specific set of contracts. You have to figure out what risk you're willing to take per trade, right? So if you have like an evaluation account, figure out what your, right? Evaluation accounts, Apex, as a $2,400 drawdown. Now figure out how much losses you want to give yourself, and then figure out the risk you want to take per trade. And then once you figure out the risk you want to take per trade, you can go on MNQ, and then before any trade, you calculate based on market structure, whatever your TP is going to be, wherever your stop is going to be, you calculate that that trade based on the risk you want to take, how many contracts you want, right? So for example, these boxes right here are 10 points. I trade MNQ, so I understand in my mind, every box for 1 micro is $20 of risk. So like for this trade that I took in the morning, how was I able to calculate my risk? I know in the back of my mind, I want to take a $400 risk per trade. So in the back of my mind, but when this trade happened, right, when price was right here, I was doing the math in my head already. Or do it on a calculator, you know, if you're like me and you suck at math. I was already going, okay, so we have $20, right? Every 10 points is $20. So in the middle of this box right here, it would be $20, $40. So this would have been about a $40 risk for me getting into this trade. $40 risk, right? If I want to take a $400 risk, but I'm taking there's $40 per contract of risk. So you just multiply $40 times 5. So depending on the risk, right? If I want to take a $40 risk, again, right? 10. Wait, is it 10? Yeah, sorry. It's 10, 20 point risk, but a $40 risk, because every 10 points is $20 of risk. I want to take $400 risk, so that would be 10 contracts, right? I would just take 10 contracts, and I understand that my risk is $400 if I take 10 contracts. That's how you calculate your risk. And in my opinion, you should always be adjusting your risk. Always. No. I'm not in a long. What the heck is happening? Wow. Another exhibit A. Why my take profit is down here. Look at that. Would have been a perfect take profit. Bounced right there. Because I don't want to go through this. I understand. And this is how I base my take profits on. I understand that price could bounce right there. I know price could bounce right there. So my take profit is at a level where I know right before. That's why I do body candle lows. That's why I do the body candle lows, not the all-time lows like some people. Because I sometimes know it could sometimes come down, make a double bottom, and then start ripping up. In this case scenario, right, it took out the lows. It barely took out the lows and started ripping up. So that would have been, that would have been my take profit down here, right before it bounced. Entry would have been right there, went through some drawdown, take profit. This is the 1 minute chart, right? But this kind of levels, this is the 5 minute levels, 5 minute opening range right here. This high and low of the 5 minute opening range. This was all-time highs that I have marked out here. This is just all-time highs. So that's pretty much it. Other than that, I have one indicator on my chart. I do have pivot points. You see a pivot point right there? So you see a pivot point right there. So pivot points and a couple indicators, that's it. But mainly, I trade price action. I use these indicators as just gauges. Like kind of like to gauge where the market could bounce, if it could have some kind of support. So if I'm in a trade and market does bounce, I understand why it's bouncing. It doesn't freak me out. But no, I'm not in a long. I'm not in a. I wouldn't personally take a long here. I mean, I just listen. I just trade my strategy, and that's pretty much it. I don't try to like at this point. I have no idea where market could go from here. Like my strategy worked out, right? Take profit would have been these lows down here. That's it. Like once market bounces, I don't know where market could go. Like. As of now, it's kind of like indecisive. It's taken out the lows, so theoretically, it could want to go higher. Looks like it could want to go higher, right? It broke below this range, popping back into it. It's leaving behind a bullish right here, bullish imbalance. Maybe it kind of bounces off this bullish imbalance to go higher. Or maybe it flushes lower. I don't know. $15-minute gap just below. Is there? I thought I didn't see any gaps. Hold on. Maybe I missed it. Oh, you're right. There's a gap down there. I mean, yeah, there's an imbalance right here. There's an imbalance right there. There's another very, very, very tiny imbalance. I mean, I don't know if that would really mean, it's tiny on the 15 minute, but I mean, it probably has some significance, right? This imbalance, there's another imbalance right there. And then there's another imbalance right there. And that's just like, be mindful of those imbalances. That price could bounce there, right? Price could bounce off of these imbalances if it gets down there. So if you go on a 1 minute chart, you can kind of see, I mean, these imbalances hold some sort of significance. So far, we're bouncing off this gap, kind of holding off. It's kind of a tough area, kind of a weird area. I wouldn't want to get long or short. It's 11 o'clock. You could get some choppy sideways action here. We're at, especially 11 o'clock at VWAP. We could get some chop right here. What is a hat? Hat. I didn't say hat. Who said hat? Yeah, when I say imbalance, I mean fair value gaps. I sometimes call them fair value. I mean, it's the same thing, right? Market pushes to one direction so much that it leaves an imbalance in price, and price tends to. But yeah, it's synonymous, the same thing. Do you go live on TikTok every day market open? Yes. Every day market open. $9:30, I usually hop on live. At 9:30, I hop on. Right, it gives me enough time because I still wait for that 5-minute range to open. So it still gives me that time to kind of watch what price is doing. Gives me that 5 minutes to mark out the highs and lows, and then gives me enough time to. So yeah, 9:30 every morning, market open. I'm here. Yeah, stop by. Stop by and yeah, if I can. I'm open to learning from other people too, right? I'm not somebody that thinks they know it all, right? I absolutely do not know everything about the market. I don't, like, in terms of, I probably don't even know a fraction of the market. There's so much things to the market. I just know my strategy. That's it. I know my strategy and I take that. I don't know, to me, it's always been, and I used to, like, I watch other people trade live too. Watch other traders trade. I don't know. I'm not saying people can't do it, but like, to me, it's a red flag. When I hop on the charts and I see traders, they're always in a trade. They're always taking a trade. Like, either you're a scalper, which they're not, because I can see their take profits. Their take profits are freaking massive. So they're not scalping. And if you're always in a trade, it kind of is a red flag to me that you're just in a trade for entertainment purposes and not to actually, like, not to be a good trader. What are you up for the week? Let me see. Do the math. $5,000 on the week. That's $5,000. That's $5,000 on the week. Not trading Monday, not trading Tuesday, and not trading Wednesday. I was in the market. I went live. But the market was so slow, I didn't get any setups. Monday, I didn't get a setup. Tuesday, I didn't get a setup. And Wednesday, I didn't get a setup. And then once FOMC came out, Thursday, Friday, I knew. I knew market could do that because FOMC, none of the big dogs are taking any positions, you know. So everyone's waiting after FOMC. Thursday, Friday came along, perfect market, like amazing setups, left and right, amazing setups. Yesterday was good. Today's even better than yesterday. So, right, I was patient. Monday didn't take a trade. Tuesday, Wednesday, and then finally Thursday, Friday, I was patient, took a trade, $5,000 up on the week. But imagine if I wasn't patient, if I took stupid trades in the beginning of the week, I would have been down. I wouldn't have been up 5,000. I would have been making back my losses of being impatient in the beginning of the week. That for me to learn that, it took a lot of heartache for me to learn that. Like the S9 Future guys. Yeah, they're doing it for entertainment purposes. They're not actually trying to like... They're not actually trying to be like very good traders. Their goal is to entertain people. Which, hey, I'm not hating on them. If that's what you want to do, I mean, if somebody hops on their live and actually thinks that they're trying to be like good traders, like, I don't know, it's pretty obvious that they're not trying to, that's not like, you know, anything serious. I'm at 1,697 across 350K top step accounts, so around 5K as well. Nice, nice. Yeah, it's a good, being patient pays off, right? Now you get to go into the weekend on a good note. Come back for a Monday, be patient again, and slowly patience. These types of, these types of slow profits, 1-to-1, being patient, it does stack up. Being patient, discipline, make more and more profit over time. Being defensive when you need to be defensive, when your trade setup isn't there. That's how you become a good trader. Like, I don't think the statistic, right? There's that statistic, 90% of people fail in day trading. I think that statistic is very, very skewed because I would say 80 to 90% of people that actually put money into the market, first of all, have no idea what they're doing. Second of all, they're in essence, they're gambling, right? They're not trying to actually be good traders. They're not trying to think of it as a business and be disciplined and right? And the people who don't know what they're doing, they don't last long enough to even learn anything. But that's why the statistic is so skewed. It's not that trading is like, it makes trading seem impossible. It's just most people, the accessibility of getting into day trading is so freaking easy that's why so many people just lose so much money, because they're no discipline, no risk management, no plan, no strategy, just winging it. Obviously, you're going to lose money if you're doing that. I used to do that. So this is coming from someone that used to do that exact thing. Today's on a negative skew. You know, it's and when you look at the market, just look at, like, I look at probability wise. Everything I look in the market is in terms of probability, right? So for example, right? Like for example, this bounce right here, right? I understood that we could get a bounce here, right? Price did end up bouncing there. Now, at this area, once price starts bouncing, ask yourself this question. Where could price reject? If price is going to reject, where is it going to reject? Most likely. Look at this old support level that broke. Remember, old support can turn into new resistance. Price pushed up, right? This old support held as new resistance to drop all the way back down. Right? So price broke below. Once price broke below, I understood it could either go for this low or it can go for this low. Right? Ended up flushing to this low. Same thing. Price bounced right here. I understand this old support level right here. This old support level can turn into new resistance. It bounced, right? It bounced above that, failed to continue going, held this area as resistance and dropped. Simple as that. But yeah, I'm pretty much done. I'm done for the day. Pretty good week, right? Up 5,000 on the week. It's looking really good. I should be able to. How many more weeks do we have in the month? We have, so pretty much all week next week. Next Friday is the 26th. And then we have Monday and Tuesday of the following week after that. And then the first is a Wednesday. So pretty much have 1, 2, let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 more days of trading for the month. So I have to be locked in to try to, hopefully I can pass these accounts by the end of the month. I mean, I should be able to do it, even if next week. What am I up right now? I'm trying to figure out. Yeah, we'll see. I mean, I'm not going to push it, right? I'm not going to push it. If I pass these by the end of the month, if not, I'll continue trading until I pass them. I'm not going to, you know, go stupid just to pass them. I'm going to be disciplined and... Right? And I kind of have to be disciplined because it's 7 accounts. Like, if I blow 7 accounts, that's actually a decent amount of money. It's not like... I'm not about to just, like, keep dishing money because I'm just being dumb. And keep resetting accounts. True discipline to be able to say, I'm up for the week, I'm done, take the slot. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, not over trading. I mean, the most profitable traders out there don't take too much trades, right? They go days without taking a trade. Because the defensive part about trading is important. Not, like I said before, not taking a trade, if you walk in and you don't take a trade, that's still a winning day. Is there somewhere I can read your strategy? I mean, I go over it in the live. It's nothing like super complicated. So just hop into my lives. I mean, I pretty much go over the strategy pretty much every live. Because I take the trade and then I'll go over it, what I was looking for. I've tried Take Profit Trader, but I was confused on how to use the platform. Really? I mean, I didn't have any... What do you mean by platform? You mean by their dashboard or... Yeah, because I didn't have any trouble using their dashboard. It was pretty simple. You just buy the account and you get all the stuff. You have to plug in... I use NinjaTrader, so I had to plug in the stuff to NinjaTrader. But I don't know. Maybe you used it before. Maybe they changed it now. I'm not sure. But when I used it, it wasn't really complicated. I really like Top Steps trading platform. How is the Apex trading platform? Is it... So here's the thing. I use one platform, right? I use NinjaTrader to trade my Apex accounts and my Take Profit Trader accounts. So I don't have to. That's the one downside I don't like about Top Step is I have to use their platform. I'm already used to using NinjaTrader. So I have my Tradeovate connection and I have my Tradeovate connection for my Take Profit, and then I have my Rhythmic connection for my Apex. And so all I do is on my copy trader, I select my Take Profit accounts, my Apex accounts, my main account, and then once I take it on my main account, it copy trades it on all my other accounts. Oh, having a hard time using NinjaTrader? Yeah, in the beginning, when you're setting up all the connections and stuff like that, it's a little bit like, it could be a little complicated in the beginning, but once you get all that down and get all the connections set up, from there, it's a breeze. You don't have any issues. It is a little bit difficult in the beginning. I did have a little bit of problems, but you have the directions. You have to just follow it step by step. I mean, it's not hard to figure out, but it wasn't too easy either. Told you it was overbought earlier. Yeah, I mean, I said before, once this is a major red flag right here. Once we started making lower highs right here, that's a major red flag. We could go lower, right? And I said that when we were up here. I said this is a big red flag. Lower highs, lower high, lower high. They're failing to go higher, which is a bad sign for bulls. Again, lower high, another lower high. So it's creating what, in essence, some people call trend line liquidity. So over time, right, all this trend line liquidity, in essence, is being created for a price to go down to a low and then rip up. And then eventually, right, eventually price is going to come back and start taking all these highs. When that happens, I don't know. Could happen Monday, could happen today, could happen Wednesday. You just don't know. But eventually it is all going to be taken out. Oh, man. All right, I've been live for exactly 100 minutes. 100 minutos. Oh, man, so. But good price action today. Today's been the best price action of the whole week for me. Where are you located? I'm in Florida. I'm in the great state of Florida. Northern Florida. Jacksonville to be exact. Gonna hold shorts for an hour. Yeah, that's crazy. I hate being in trades that long. I like to get in my trade, get my take profit, and walk away. And when I walk away, right now, when I walk away from the charts, I don't have to think about trading anymore. I don't have to think about, oh, if I'm in a position, how is that going, and keep logging on and checking your. No, once I shut down my brokerage, I'm done. No more trading, no more thinking about trading. Maybe in the weekend if I do back testing or something, I'll think about it, but it's not in the back of my mind anymore. Oh, Naples, nice. I'm in Cali. I have to wake up as. Oh man, I've traded. I used to live in Cali. I used to live in a long time ago. I used to live in Sacramento, and I still have family down there. And when I went to visit family, bro, I had to wake up at 6 in the morning to trade. But that was brutal. I don't know how y'all do that. What's it called? Hawaii is even worse. People in Hawaii have to wake up at like 3 in the morning to trade. This is why I like West Coast. This is why I like East Coast. Because East Coast, bro, I can wake up at 8:40, 8:30 is like the perfect time. It's literally like a 9 to 5 job. You just wake up at 8:30. I still have to drive to my office, but it's like a 15-minute drive, so I get here like 9:15. And yeah, hop on the charts 9:30 and start. Oh man, I'm from Hawaii. I wake up at 2:45, 3 a.m. That's crazy. Like, it just sucks because you have to go to bed early. But the positive in that is you have a whole day, right? You, in essence, like, it's very beneficial for people that maybe work a job or something that can. Same thing with Cali, right? The benefit of Cali time and Hawaii time is 6:40, 6:30. You can wake up. Even if you have a 9 to 5 job, you could still trade New York session. But with East Coast time, it's a lot harder, right? Because most 9 to 5 jobs start like 8:30. So I built the discipline to wake up early, and I've been doing it for the past 6 months every day. Nice, nice. Yeah, I think it's hard in the beginning, but once you get to the rhythm of waking up at the exact same time, yeah, your body gets used to it, and then I guess it's just like, it's a lot easier. But in the beginning, it's probably super hard. It was hard for me, right? Because when I visited, I'm from Florida, so I'm used to waking up at a specific time and the time difference. That's probably why it was hard for me. But yeah, your body should get used to it if you do it every single day. All right, we're still dropping. It makes my days longer and productive, forces me to go to the gym after trading. Yeah, that's true. Because then once you get up already, you trade, and then you still have time, and then it's like you're not going to just go back to bed, so go to the gym, go. That's true, actually. You're in essence, you're forced to be more disciplined because one side you want to wake up because you want to trade, but then once you wake up, it forces you to stay consistent, more disciplined throughout the day. So yeah, that's actually true. So there's a silver lining. There are benefits to it. And I still work a 9 to 5. Yeah, that's awesome. Keep a 9 to 5. Like people ask me all the time about full-time trading and stuff. I don't know if I'm very for full-time trading. The only thing I would be for a full-time trader is if you have a lot saved up already. You know, if you have like a year's worth of savings saved up where bills, you don't really have to worry about bills. You can keep trading. The problem is with people try to switch to full-time trading super fast, is it'll mess with your mentality. If you're relying on trading to pay for your bills, it's a bad mindset to be in, right? Because you can't do what I've been doing and just stay disciplined. It's so hard to come into the market and not take a trade Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday when you know you have bills due at the end of the month. So it just puts you in a bad mental state when you're just relying on trading. I think personally you should always have something else, you know, even if you don't have a 9 to 5 job. I mean, you should always have something else you're doing, some other, you know, business you're trying to start up. Maybe you're doing something else, you know, whatever it is. You should always be productive. You shouldn't, like, this whole mindset of coming into the market, like being a profitable trader so you could trade, you can make your money and then you can go relax for the rest of the day and not do anything. Trust me, that's not what you want. Like, in hindsight, it seems like an amazing life, but I think us as human beings, we have to be productive. Whether it's starting a business that you want to do, obviously, like, do something you love to do, whether it's a business, doing like some kind of hobby or something that can make you more money, that can keep you productive. Like, trading, in my eyes, trading is an avenue to open up a door for another thing to happen. So another business idea that you have, trading can help you fund that business idea or give you the time to actually invest in that business idea. But I guess everybody's different. I mean, I guess if somebody becomes a profitable trader and they just want to relax on the beach all day, then if that's what they like, then that's fine too, I guess. It's to each his own. I know I wouldn't want to do that, but like, that all seems good in hindsight, you know. It's like even going on vacation, right? The reason vacations are so special is because you don't go on them often. If you were constantly on vacation, trust me, you'd get tired of it. It wouldn't be so like special anymore. It would just be another day. You'd just be like, oh. Appreciate the likes. Thank you. What's the yellow line? That's the 200-day EMA. So 200-day exponential moving average. Pretty much, sorry, not 200-day. 200, it calculates the past 200 candles. And it takes the average of the past 200 candles. So you could see different time frames. This gold line will be different on different time frames, obviously, because different time frames, it's calculating it differently based on the past 200 candles. So like a 1 minute chart, see where it is on the 1 minute chart. Watch when I switch over to like a 15-minute chart. Boom. See? 15-minute chart, it's way down here. So 15-minute chart, it's way down here. 1 minute chart, right? It's above price action. So it's calculating the past 200 candles, but it's a pretty good. I like it. I mean, it's right by ViewOp. So because I don't have ViewOp on this chart either, I have it on another chart. I keep this because it's pretty much right next to ViewOp most of the time. You have to pay for it, right? Yeah, just trading alone, no other sources of income is extraordinarily risky. Yeah, it's not a good idea. It's not. It's not a good idea because it puts you in a bad mental space. And everyone knows that psychology in trading is a big thing in trading. Is psychology, discipline. That goes out the window if you're struggling, if you need to pay bills. Psychology goes out the window. Discipline goes out the window because you're going to be forcing things. It's just not a good mindset to be in. Not a good space to be in. At least have something. At least do Uber. At least do like, you know, something to where your bills could be paid for so you don't have to worry about bills. That's the biggest thing. So that your mental could be good. So that if a day comes where there's no setup, you don't have to force something. You could be patient and disciplined because you know you don't necessarily have to make money. And here's another thing about trading. Not every month you're going to make money. There are going to be months where you possibly lose money and be break even. So trading's not a thing where you're just gonna turn profitable and you're gonna be profitable every single month. Like, you're gonna have break even months. You're gonna have months where you maybe lose a little bit of money. So, oh, 35 bucks a month? It's not, I mean, it's not horrible. I would do it for like 1 month. I would do it just to backtest my strategy, and that's it. I wouldn't want to like, or do they, wait, do they, let me actually look it up. Do they have a free version? If they have a free version, I could just do my backtesting in that free version. Let's see, pricing. Oh, they do have a, wait. They have a free version, but it's, oh, it's only 1 week of data retention. 1 week? That's nothing. I could do 1 week by myself. Doesn't look like they have like a, oh, do they? 5 days free on the Pro? Is it, can I cancel anytime? Because I don't need like, I only need like a day to do the back testing on just this strategy. That's it. So if I can just get like a free version for 5 days, it would be perfect. I just don't want to have to spend money on something I don't have to. Like, it's not something I need to do. Yeah, I'll take a look at it. If it's 5 days for free, cancel anytime, then I'll cancel right before. That's how they get you with these subscriptions. They give you a free version, say cancel anytime, and you will forget. I've forgotten about it so many times. I'm like, oh, free version. It's 1 month for free. Nice. And then like, you look back on your credit card statement and they've been charging you for the past 5 months because you forgot to cancel. That's happened to me so many times. They sneaky. They know how to get you. That's why they make you put in your credit card information for the free version. I am watching them. Those sneaky little sneaky bastards. All right, it's almost 11:30. I'm gonna hop off at 11:30. So if you have any questions, I'll answer them. But yeah, I'm gonna hop off at 11:30. We're still, see, I told you, we're just getting this kind of like sideways. We're chopped a little bit above view up, broke it, then now we're popping back up to view up, getting this like really choppy action. It is still moving to the downside, right? We're still getting these lower high, lower high, lower high, another lower high. So we are moving ever so slightly to the downside still. No, I'm done. I'm calling it a day. I'm up on the week, I'm up on the day, so I'm not going to give back any profits. And my setup is not there anymore. It's already, there were 2 setups for my strategy. I took the first one. I didn't take the second one just because I watched it to see if it worked out, and it did work out really nicely, but I didn't take a trade on the second one, and that was pretty much it. Oh, you can cancel right after. Okay. Yeah, then I'll get it. Maybe actually this weekend, if I'm not doing much this weekend, maybe like on a Sunday. Sunday's my day where I don't do anything. Sunday's just my chill day. So maybe on Sunday I'll try to get it and see. No need to set up. Is it? I hope it's easy to use and not complicated. Bruh. What are you spamming for? This isn't Forex, man. Nobody wants to buy your course. Oh, futures? I don't know. When you say all day, everyday profits, that's a huge red flag, bro. That's not possible. You're not gonna have all day, everyday profits. Sorry, but it's not possible. Gold always stronger versus USD. I mean, it's probably a leading indicator, meaning they correlate maybe. I know I don't trade gold I only trade NASDAQ. I know how to trade it. I stick to what I know. I don't try to change. If something works for me, I don't want to change it, right? The goal of the market is to make money, right? Not for me to try to figure out every single gold and all these different types of what's it called? The goal is making money. So if you can figure out a way to make money, you stick to it. You don't try to change it up. Do you think we could hit yesterday's low? Yesterday's low, let's see. Where's yesterday's low? Let me look on. Hold on. Let's analyze this real quick before I hop off. All right, okay, this is today's. Oh man, yesterday's low is way down there. Yesterday's low is. I'm looking at my other chart right now because I have my I have the sessions kind of marked out, so it's easier to see where yesterday was. It's like that 24,000 about 600 mark. So 24,600 was oh wait, no. Never mind. Oh, we're so far away from yesterday's low, dude. No, we're not hitting. For it to hit yesterday's low, the market would have to crash so hard. Yeah, we're not. I highly doubt we're hitting yesterday's low. Yeah, it would have to fall so hard. I mean, if you're talking about the exact low from yesterday, like the bottom is when market opened on after market, like pre-market session opened up. 24,000. That first candle open was the low. 24,495. You're talking about 24,495 is. It's somewhere around this this pivot point right here, a little below it. So, I mean, it's possible. It is possible for price to get down there for sure. I don't know if it's gonna get. I don't think so. In my opinion, I don't think it'll go down there. But who knows? Who knows? I don't. It could, but it is a long ways away. It just depends on how this action is going to formulate. Like, are we going to keep getting setups to the downside? Is it going to keep doing what it's doing? Or is it going to find a support and start ripping up? Like, and it's a Friday, so the closer we get to market close, it's just going to be like, nobody's going to be really trying to get into a position right before market closes for the weekend, right? It's a different market. Like, to put yourself in the position of investing a crazy amount of money, right? You just never know. Like, I wouldn't want to hold a huge position after hours because Trump could say something during the weekend that you have no idea. Trump can announce something during the weekend. So I wouldn't want to be in a trade during the weekend. I'm using Ninja Trader, but I trade with prop firms. Those two prop firms I have on my screen, with the code I have TUZ is those are the two prop firms I use personally. And I use Rhythmic. I use Rhythmic Connection for Ninja Trader. Ninja Trader is the platform I use to actually trade on. So, all right, what time is it? Oh, I was supposed to hop off. Dang it. Can you teach me how to set up Ninja how to make multiple trades at one time? Talking about copy trade? Well, you have to get Ninja Trader set up. If you're doing it through prop firms, you have to get Ninja Trader set up. You have to have the copy trader added to the Ninja Trader, and then you could start to do it. There's videos of it. Like, I mean, I can't explain it because it's not that easy to explain, but there are videos of it, like how to set up. Like the prop firms, they have set up videos for like Ninja Trader, how to set up everything. Then there's videos in terms of copy trader. I use Replicanto. I bought the lifetime thing for Replicanto, and I think I just went on YouTube and somebody has a video on YouTube how to set up Replicanto with Ninja Trader, and they go through the steps of what you have to do and how to add it, and so there's videos of how to do it. So it's a little bit like it is a little bit of a process, but there are videos and there are ways. Like, it's not, you just have to follow the videos and follow the steps, and you'll be able to do it. And then once you do it, then it's just smooth sailing from there on out. Pretty smooth sailing. So. So, all right. Or just get Top Step. See, I don't like Top Step because you have to use their platform. So when you get used to their platform, every other what's it called? Every other prop firm out there, Apex, Take Profit, Tradeify, like they all use. You could use Ninja Trader, Tradeivate. Like, you can't use Top Step. I don't think you can. I'm not 100% sure. Maybe you can. But if you can't use Top Step platform, and then you have to, you get used to Top Steps, and then you have to switch to another one because you want to get other prop firms, it's just like, this is why I have Ninja Trader. And if I can have Ninja Trader and I could trade Apex, Take Profit, Tradeify, I could trade all those on Ninja Trader. And it just makes it easier. I don't know. I mean, to each his own, do what you want to do, but for me, that's how it is. Yeah. But yeah, that's that. All right. Y'all, peace out. Y'all have a wonderful weekend. Don't overtrade if you're going to keep trading. I'll be back on Monday, 9:30. I'll be back. And yeah, for another week of hopefully good price action. We don't have any like FOMC next week, so we shouldn't get that slow week in the beginning. We'll see. Well, we're just going to trade price action, right? So during the weekend, maybe do some back testing, do some, learning about trading. But that being said, peace out, and I'll see you guys on Monday. Have a good weekend.